Hello students and good day to you all. Today is the 10th of May 2018 and this is our weekly market review for the current market status. At the beginning we will touch the Forex market, but later on we will move forward to the commodities and even talking about the crypto market a bit. So let's move forward to our chart station. And let's talk a bit about what's going on regarding the US dollar. We saw the dollar gaining strength for the past several days in the market. And to tell you the truth, I'm very happy to see this correlation because it's logical to see that the dollar is gaining strength once money is coming out of the US stock market. Let's look at the euro in front of the US dollar, moving that to a daily chart. And again, let's maximize the screen. You can see that for the past several days, the dollar gained something like 5% in front of the euro. And that's enormous in terms of the Forex market. And I'm not talking about 500 pips over here. I'm talking about 500 pips that occurred in such a straightforward movement. Now, the movement that you see in front of you has occurred in front of other assets as well. The Japanese yen, the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, everything is falling in front of a stronger dollar in the market. And that's because the panic we've received for the past several days on behalf of the US stock market. Now, the really important thing that we can take from that is the question. We've got a big question in the room. The question is, where should money go right now? Whether it will return to the financial market, meaning coming back to the stock market, or we might see commodities or even crypto market starting to climb back up again. I remind you, when we're dealing with the crypto market, we know that the Bitcoin dropped down toward the $6,000 at the beginning of the year. And right now we can see that the Bitcoin gained beyond 50% in matters of a month and a half. So we can say that we've got a very large connection between the different markets, between the US stock market, between the dollar specifically, generally talking about the Forex market, talking about commodities and crypto market. We've got a connection from one market to another. And that's a beautiful thing because right now, as I said at the beginning, we are approaching a period where we need to make an assessment. Where should money go? Now, I want to remind you, back then at the end of last year, when the Bitcoin climbed up and showed a very nice uptrend and generally affecting the entire crypto market, we saw a lot of traders out there and investors trying to get into the crypto market with the assessment that this market is possessing an enormous potential. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm just saying right now that we're in a specific point in the crypto market. We're not close to the $6,000 as we were several months ago, and we're not around the 1900 where the peak was during 2017. Right now, we're fluctuating around the $10,000, meaning that we've got a potential for this specific market, the crypto market, to drop back down again toward the 6,000 and even below that. And we've got a potential for it to climb back up again. It all depends on what will be the initial movement. And because we've got additional funds liquid at the moment, meaning in the possession of traders, if they'll see a potential in the crypto market, what is a potential? An announcement on behalf of this country or that country, all of a sudden a lot of traders are joining toward the same goal. They see the potential returning to the crypto market. So in this case, our assessment is to see additional funds push toward the crypto market. And again, by doing that, we will see the value of the dollar dropping back down again. Moving forward to the S&P 500, we can see that we're in the middle of a corrective pattern. You can see that we had a very nice run for this uptrend until the January 2018. And from this position, we went lower and lower in a condensed corrective pattern. You can see that it's not like this specific structure where this one is a liquid impulse movement. Over here, we've got the pullback of a corrective pattern. And the big question is whether we've completed this structure or we should see additional downtrend. Now, my assessment is that we saw the first downtrend movement. Right now, we're going to cross this movement by a bit. And from that position, we're going to see additional downtrend. So my assessment is that we're approaching a larger period of a condensed corrective pattern, meaning that we will have a lot of issues in the future, in the close future right now. So my expectation is specifically from commodities and the crypto market to gain strength while the US market will keep its fluctuation. Now again, let's go back. We see that the dollar is gaining strength and we see that the US market is losing strength. It all comes down to the same logic. Traders pulling funds out of the US stock market, they cause a larger demand for the dollar, and therefore we see the dollar gaining strength. But at the same time, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of this session, we've talked about our position at the moment where money needs to go somewhere. Usually, it doesn't sit in the pockets or in the bank of this trader or that trader. It sits at a specific potential making money. So in this case, I think that the two markets that we're dealing with are basically the commodities and crypto market, as not like the US stock market that is influenced by what's going on right now inside the United States and the connection between the United States and other countries in the world. The crypto market and commodities have higher, wider connections that give them a larger safe net. So I reckon that the potential of these markets is higher when it comes down to how much confidence it's giving for investors and traders. If you'd like to hear more about what's going on in these markets, you're more than welcome to join our webinars on our website. Over there, we're not only dealing with technical analysis, but also helping our traders with trades. And in addition to that, we're talking about problematic conditions that traders are confronting on a daily basis. I'd like to wish you all the best with your trades. Have a pleasant week, and bye bye.